Welcome back. You were going to tell us not to forget something.
You see, the situation that we find ourselves in today is evolving from some things that have happened in the past. A lot of practices that you have seen coming to the fore at this time had always been there, and we didn't have the opportunity of hearing or knowing it. But now, these things are being exposed. And that is because of the effort of the present administration in ensuring that if there are corrupt practices going on everywhere and every nooks and cranny, they are in a position to begin to expose them. Now, are they perfect in the way they're doing it? I don't believe they will claim to be perfect. I don't believe that. Because the imperfection is the reason why they are getting a lot of criticisms here and there. But I also want to add that we need to be a little careful in being too emotional about the things that government is doing. There are people who are in opposition who would always criticize whatever government is doing for the reason of putting them down. But we have to look at things realistically. What is the reality on ground? Are people truly corrupt? Yes, if people are truly corrupt, can the government catch them and prosecute them? That is the issue that we've been following in the last 1 year or so. How many of the people who have come up to say, I have money, I'm returning to government, how many of them have gone on trial? How many of the people who have been accused have been tried and convicted? The fight against corruption is not going anywhere. So people have now said there's so much distrust for government. And that distrust has always been there. And the situation now is not helping the general populace in saying we trust that this government will deliver this. That is the problem.
Trust is a very big issue when it comes to the fight against corruption. And
yes,
in this case where the panel has been set up to investigate the reasons why that money was found, and also the SGF's Pine Initiative monies that were misappropriated allegedly, we want to see a situation whereby this panel is able to resolve as quickly as possible why that money was found in an apartment, for instance.
Yes.
If a money is linked to a covert operation, it completely covers whatever track that money was meant to achieve, or whatever aim that money was meant to achieve. Is the panel able to go beyond a supposition that the money was for covert operations and find out the real cause of what this money is for, where this money is coming from, and where it was headed to?
Now, if you watch the process, that thing called whistle is what is bringing all these things out. Somebody blew the whistle.
But
and
how do we know somebody who blew the whistle?
Well,
anybody could hide under a whistleblower and say, no, we had a whistle, that's why we're here.
Okay, fine.
Because they said, well, we can't tell you who the whistleblower is.
Fine.
Precisely.
Well, fine. That means dog eat dog. Somebody in the system is eating somebody in the system. But that's good. It's good. It's a good notion, because it would mean that other people who are watching this are going to be a lot more careful in what they're doing. Now, but what is the salutary effect of what has happened? In the first instance, whoever is in public office must know that he is in a position of trust. And the new sheriff in town is saying, I've given rights to people who know what you're doing that is not right, to be able to say it to the public. And that is what whistleblowing is going.
Let me ask you this. I know that because, I mean, some papers are already dropping names of those who may likely be the next SGF.
Right.
Is it a foregone conclusion?
No, I don't think so. I want to believe that at the point in time when they said they will set a panel, they are given opportunity for whoever is being accused of doing something wrong to come and say, well, this is what I did. In truth, but if you find me guilty, so be it.
But is it the president doing this, or a cabal?
I cannot say that, but I do not put it beyond some power group
Because lots of
within
people
the
have
system.
been referring to that. Even some
The power
top
group will
notch
be
in
the
north.
cabal.
Yeah.
Well, call them whatever name, but they're the power group who people are pointing accusing fingers at. But you see, like I said, I hate to join in saying things that I do not have any handle on, because this is public consumption. Somebody will quote you somewhere else. But the truth of the matter is that there is never smoke without fire. If there isn't any group that is doing a power game within the system, nobody is going to be able to point a finger at them. It means there may be a group for that purpose. However, the more important thing that we should focus on, and that is where I put all the points that I'm making towards, we need to know that something is happening in the system. People are throwing information up, and we need to put the government under pressure to ensure that they carry through to a logical conclusion. People who have been accused, go to court, ensure you have enough information, prosecute them. If they are found guilty in the law court, send them to jail. That will send a salutary message to all people who are in government.
That's a good place to anchor. I appreciate your comment on this morning, Dr. Tokunbo Adedeji of the Professionals for Change. We'll be back in a moment on the same matter still. Join us again.